I just want to rant about something that doesn't matter. I don't know how well this is going to pick up my audio. All right. Arc Raiders is a sick game. There's a lot of ways you can play the game, which I think is like kind of the real beauty of the game, is that you have all these amazing ways that you can approach the game, and a lot of them are rewarded, some more than others, which is good. They should reward a gameplay loop that they desire from their players more than they give you're smart, you can get it, right? If you're like a passive player who sticks to the outskirts, who like only opens up like the apartments and damn battlegrounds, you're not going to make as much stuff as say the guy in trios who's going administration and blowing people up, right? That person is getting all the people's loot that they kill on top of the loot that they right? And that's kind of how it should be. You should have these things. Right now, there seems to be a problem with things like expedition. Expedition is like the core problem that people have. There's problems with like trials that people have, which I think some of those complaints are very legitimate, especially when it comes to things like I don't know how you would solve this. If you have like the hidden bunker event, right? The hidden bunker event is like top tier, right? But if we don't have the hidden bunker event at all right now, it kind of makes the whole thing a bit more even. You can use different maps and different methods. But hidden bunker was so strong for trials that it kind of illegitimized like other methods. And then also you have to go to Stella Montes to do anything that has to do with like fireballs, takes, pops, anything that's on the ground, turrets. If you had anything like that, like you have to go to Stella Montes to make good with points on that. And I think those are legitimate complaints because it kind of cuts down on the variety of which I don't think Trials is trying to do in particular. If anything, I feel like Trials is a good way to push players to do things they wouldn't normally do. Before Trials, I really didn't like fighting things like Leapers or Bastions, but now I'm like, oh shit, this is actually really fun. I get why they made me do this. And that changed the way I play the game. The big complaint right now isn't Trials. It's not that you can't get the Bobcat blueprint or that certain events are turned off. The big issue people are having right now is Expedition. And in particular, the 5 million cost for 5 skill points. A lot of people are saying, if I knew earlier, I would have the 5 million right now. And that might be true. I'm not going to say that it isn't. Because for some people, I'm sure. Because they're going to be hoarding harder, and they're going to be using stuff less, or they're going to be prioritizing money over, like, usability of some items, right? And for sure, I've put stuff down because I'm like, oh, this really important blue that's very expensive, but I like springs, so I need those, so I'm to pick the springs up. Because I use springs. I don't use music tapes or whatever, right? I'm not going to tell you that you wouldn't have changed the way you played, you wouldn't have changed your behavior, because that's not true. You probably would have. You probably would have changed the way you played. I also think that getting 5 million in about 10 days is very possible. Even if you're playing an hour a day. That's like 2, maybe 3 games a day of just going to Stella Montes entirely naked, just picking stuff up and running out. And you might be like, well, it's like a PvP nightmare zone. That means you're in serial killer queue. You'll be out of it if you just don't shoot anybody and you don't do anything but pick stuff up. Within 10 days, you can just pick stuff up and you can have the 5 million. Sell everything when you come back. Go in with a free kit. Try an extract. Sell everything when you get out. I promise you can get to that 5 million. I'm not going to defend they're not telling us. Maybe they didn't know. Maybe there was some internal reason. I'm not going to speak for the devs on why it happened the way it did or what they were going for. Not important to me. I hear a lot of people saying, overall, Expedition isn't worth it. And you know what? For you, it fucking isn't. Don't do it. If it's not worth it to you, don't do the Expedition. That's it. Final line. Just don't. They're going to take away my blueprints. Yes, it's important for them to take away your blueprints. Blueprints are the strongest item in the game. By a long shot, they have to take away your blueprints. If they don't take away your blueprints, they're not taking anything away. Skill points are nice. I don't know if you've looked at the skill tree. 5 skill points, adding 5 skill points, that's pretty cool. I'd rather have the stash slots every day of the week. Because I don't know if you've looked at the skill tree lately, but a lot of it is like nice to have. But none of it feels like amazing. There's like the first 15 or whatever of the yellow tree, which are really good. There's the one that gives you fieldcraft, and that's nice. Looting faster is fun. Breaching faster is great. But like kind of outside of that, dealer's choice. It's kind of like how you vibe, which is good, by the way. I don't think the skill tree should be, if you're level 75, you are so much stronger than the person at level 1 that they have no chance. I think the way that they've done it right now is good. A lot of the time, experience is going to play out way more than any amount of skill points. And by experience, I mean gameplay experience. Is going to play out way more than any skill points, which is good. It's the way the game should be. If you are concerned about losing everything you have, that means you haven't played enough. That's it. You have not played enough to do your expedition, because you don't know that losing all your shit lets you play the game again. I'm excited to find a Wolfpack blueprint again and be excited to find it. Right now, every time I find a Wolfpack blueprint, I'm like, okay, cool. Wouldn't that be nice to find another one? And there's people doing stuff like, oh, I'm going to pass off my extra blueprints to a second account, and I'm going to give it back to me after the expedition. And like, that's fine. I don't care. Is it exploiting? I have no thoughts on it. It's completely, I don't give a shit. I'm not a developer. I don't care. That's a developer problem, not a me problem. Personally, I'm not going to do that because I enjoy finding new blueprints. I think new blueprints are sick. I find like yellow glow stick and I'm like, hell yeah, brother, let's fucking get those glow sticks. I gotta get this shit home to my family for dinner. I'm excited to find that kind of stuff. I can't wait to find another Anvil blueprint and be excited to find it. Right now, when I play the game, I'm just doing trials. I've done all the quests. I've upgraded all of my workshops. There's kind of nothing but trials now. So I'm just doing trials, which, hey, keeps me playing, and I like doing trials. And I like playing with my friends when they get on and they play with me. That's really fun too. But I really enjoyed like the solo experience of going through the quest. And I'm not a serial killer player. I'm one of the people who's like generally pretty nice. I think out of the 50 some odd hours I have topside, I've killed maybe 5 people total. And that's including within the duos that I've played with my friend. So that's it. We're pretty passive. We're pretty friendly. We like to go around and go, oh my god, is that an arc? Let's get it, boys. And get together and have a good time. I don't think the expedition is that big of an issue. I don't think the expedition is bad. And it feels like everyone is mega divided on this. I understand the design philosophy of needing a wipe. And I think it's really interesting to give us a choice on it. I think that's a really, novel solution to the problem of the wipe. Because there's people who never want to wipe. And you will never have to. If you don't want to wipe, you don't have to. And if you feel like you're missing out, you're really not. You might feel like, oh, if I don't do the wipe, I'm going to be behind. All these people are going to have so much stash space and so many skill points. They're not game changers. They're quality of life. That's it. We're going to get a cosmetic that could be great, could be bad. Who knows? That's like probably the best part of the whole deal right now is getting the cosmetic. If you are having an issue getting to 5 million points and you can't make the expedition this time, there will be more. That's the point. There will be more expeditions. So if you go from this one and you can't make it, you can do the next one. And nobody's going to make fun of you for not doing an expedition. All you have to say is, I couldn't make it. That's it. Didn't have time. Wasn't playing. I joined late. I'm sad that I can't get into Daredevil in the trial because there just wasn't enough time. So it kind of lowered my motivation to try trials as hard. I still got double ranking every time I played it, but I wonder if I could have gotten to Daredevil. I don't know if I could have. I didn't have enough time to find out. But I'll do it next season. I'm going to really push for it to try and get up there next season. Probably not going to go for the Cantina stuff, but I want to get whatever cosmetic thing they have at the end of it, because I think that would be fun and interesting. It's weird to me how divisive the expedition has become. Because it's kind of just a end game thing for end game players and no one else. It sounds to me like people who aren't supposed to be doing the expedition are arguing whether they should do the expedition or not. And they shouldn't. They shouldn't do it. That's fine. Maybe I'm radicalized by the people arguing over the expedition. Maybe that's what it. Maybe I'm the issue. Maybe I'm the problem. It could be me. It could all be me. It could all be me. And that's fine. That's also fine. In fact, I hope it's just me. really, honestly, I don't think you're losing anything that matters. You're losing your skill points, which you can get. You're losing stash space, which you will get. You're losing your blueprints, which you will get. And you're losing all your stuff, which you will go get. The game is two things. It's running around and looting stuff, and killing stuff and looting stuff, and that's it. If you really want to boil it down, if you want to get every blueprint in the game, and that's really what you want to do, and you want to like Banjo-Kazooie, like collect-a-thon, get all the stuff, like that's sick. And I kind of admire that as somebody who keeps a lot of stuff in their stash just because it looks cool. I super get it. You're like, I don't want to lose this. I have 7 snow globes. There's no reason to have 7. You don't need 1 snow globe. You should sell all of them. You should sell all of your mixtapes. You should sell all of your snow globes. There's no reason to keep them, but I have them because I like having them. So when I open up my Raider screen, I go, oh god, there's my snow globe, and it makes me feel good and happy and warm and fuzzy inside. And that's it. That's the only reason I keep them, because they make me feel good. And you should do the same if it makes you feel good. There's the way you want to play, and that way is great. It works fine in the game. But please don't yell slurs at people when you die. Yeah, that's a whole different video. Alright, bye.